has been slain.
Ooh. How we do it?
Is a wound down to the bone? Is that stage 4? Or
Yeah.
is that unstable?
Stage 4. No, stage.
What's unstable again?
Only if it has a scar and you can't see.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Your power grows. Enemy has been slain. Allied tower under attack. Allied tower under attack. Your skill rises. Double kill. An enemy tower is under attack.
So low.
perished. Allied tower under attack. An ally has perished. Allied tower under attack. Your power. Enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Enemy killing spree. Allied tower under attack. Your skill rises.
Damn it.
Enemy killing spree. Legendary. Enemy has been slain.
Ooh, oh, good close one.
I can call. Your power grows. Allied tower under attack. Allied tower under attack. Enemy tower under siege. The enemy is unstoppable. Allied tower under attack. Your allied towers destroyed. Allied tower under attack.
Some crazy shit right there.
Enemy towers destroyed. I will call the herd. Enemy tower under attack. Enemy towers destroyed. Ally has been slain. Legendary. An enemy has fallen. Slain. Enemy tower under siege. An ally has perished.
Bye.
Your skill rises.
Bing bang.
Your power grows. An enemy tower is under attack. Enemy tower under attack. An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. An enemy has fallen.
This guy. Oh my god, that buckshot. Shot me halfway across the room.
An ally has perished. An ally has been slain.
Sleep.
Your skill rises. Enemy towers destroyed.
I survived too long for my Phoenix.
Allied tower under attack. Allied tower destroyed.
What's up? What was it?
Alright, I'm done.
Okay.
I like it a little.
Enemy killing spree.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Double kill.
Yeah.
2.5 years since I purchased this piece of land here in San Diego to turn it into a suburban homestead. And in today's video, I'm going to take you on a tour and see how I did. Here in the raised bed garden, this really was just a patch of dirt when I started. And the first thing we did, of course, was add the raised bed garden, but also add this beautiful pathway, which we're going to walk down in just a mere moment. But one thing I wanted to highlight, first of all, this is the raised bed garden. And of course, we are using our beautiful 30s beds here. But this bed in particular, I'm very excited about. And the reason why is because I created the subterranean garden. Potatoes right here, of course, Khaimera variety, one of the more delicious eaters out there. But what I did is I put the potatoes down about 6 to 8 inches, a little bit deeper than you might normally do a potato. Planted lettuce on top, which you can't see anymore because I harvested it all. But by the time the lettuce was mature, about 30-ish days or so, the potatoes were just starting to peek out of the ground, and I was able to pull the lettuce and then let these potatoes grow. So I was in fact growing one thing below the other thing. Potatoes here, lettuce here, subterranean gardening. A nice sort of vertical timing offset that allowed me to grow a little bit more in just this one Birdie's tall round bed, which is really, really fun and really exciting. The rest of the raised bed garden right now is sort of in transition. I have beds like this with nasturtiums. I'm just sort of leaving until I figure out what I actually want to plant here. Spring is a great time for nasturtiums to thrive. I'm just going to let them thrive. They look beautiful. And see where I want to get going for spring. I haven't really started the full round of crops for spring yet. In fact, right here, you're starting to see a little bit of that spring in action. We've had quite a rainy spring here. Almost 8 inches of rain, so that's 18 centimeters of rain in an area where that's almost what we get the whole year. It's only February so far. And what I'm seeing through this onion bed are these little, I believe, 8-cap mushrooms. You get this question, really weeded here at the garden. Hey, is something bad for the garden? What's going on here? And the answer in almost all cases is no. It's a sign of fungal life. Of course, the mushroom is the fruiting body of the mycelium network that's underneath the soil. So this is just what's coming up. It's kind of showing you that, hey, at least there's some good fungal growth in here. It often can be a sign of woodiness in soil, too high wood content, but that's actually what they're breaking down. So they're sort of solving the problem for you. So this is our raised bed section. Now let's check out the artichoke patch. Some things in the garden just take a long time to get established, and this rose arch here is no stranger to that. This is a Cecile blooming rose, which is just starting to flower. It's probably going to be, I don't know, another week or two before this really gets going. But this is one of those things where it just took kind of a year for this to grow all the way in, and I'm very excited to have this kind of fruit there that is just so beautiful. I've never been much of a flower grower, and now of course I'm getting into it. But the thing I really wanted to call your attention to, this is year 2.5 or so of the artichoke patch, which of course is fed by my laundry machine. This is a gray water system that waters this whole area. We almost never water this manually or with any other type of irrigation. And as you can see, this is the craziest I've ever seen the artichoke patch. Artichokes are a delicious, delicious plant, amazing to grow, can sometimes be challenging, certainly like a little bit of a warmer zone, but you can pull it off in a lot of different climates. And take a look at this semi-protected area. Look at just how lush these look. We're going to get incredible amounts of artichoke this year, probably 6 to 8 per plant, and every year at the base, they'll throw a little bit of an offshoot off. So you can reset, cut, transplant, grow your patch, transplant into a different area maybe, go into a container if you want, or just reset. So once these flower in the spring, you're going to cut off that immature flower, and then you actually cut the plant to the ground. It actually seems crazy, like you would mow this whole thing down, but that's what you do in order to reset them for the next season. Something I really wanted, homestead was just sustainable water collection. It's very difficult to get rain here in San Diego, so the rain tanks are installed, they're full. We're going to put a video on that if you want to see exactly how we did it. I want to call your attention now to dragon fruit. I will say that all of these dragon fruit, at least 18 months ago, were just one small cutting right down there, not big in any fashion. But before on each side of the trellis, built the trellises, bought the pots, put some irrigation on it, and now you can see we have a crazy dragon fruit forest here that I've actually gotten fruit off of every single one now. But all of these, I've tasted the fruit and they're all quite delicious. Now what I'll say is these are starting to get a little bit wobbly, a little bit wonky. The last thing I want to do is have one of these collapse, because not only is the terracotta degrading, but also they're leaning, and if they fall, I'm going to lose almost all of my growth. So a project coming up soon, maybe on the Epic Homesteading channel, our sister channel, is going to be to rebuild these in a way that can last long term. But if I can make my way through the Dragon Fruit patch without getting scratched, let's talk about the orchard, which is really starting to come into its own. Over here, I have a fig that I'm very proud of. This is actually given to me by a good friend of mine, Richard, over at Crafting Dragon Fruit. Many of you have seen his channel if you love dragon fruit. This is a yellow long neck fig, and it came to me a little bit wobbly. The stem kind of came up and did this right turn this way, and as you can see, it's kind of doing this. But the reason I planted it here is so it kind of dodged this big loquat tree, which in fact, if you take a closer look, is actually starting to come to fruit. I'm very excited about that. Loquat is one of the most delicious fruits. It fruits for about a month in spring. That's all you get for the year. And to be honest, there's going to be more than I can handle. So I'm going to have to figure out something to do with it. But this year, we've done some grafting. I have 4 different varieties of figs grafted onto this one fig. So anything that's not grafted is still going to be the yellow long neck fig, but I have one here, and then 1, 2, and 3 right here. So this one branch, in fact, is going to be 4 different types of figs. The 3 on the top, and then any sort of offshoot that might come from down below, of course, would still be the yellow long neck. Trying to get into grafting here at the homestead because look, I still live in a relatively small acreage, about 1/3 of an acre here. So if I can put more varieties in one tree, that is a lot better than having to grow 17 fig trees to get all the figs that I want. About 2 years ago, almost to the day, I decided to do something a little crazy here in the orchard and plant citrus trees 4 feet apart from one another. These are plants that grow, honestly, way bigger than that. And you might think it's a little bit crazy, but in fact, what I wanted to do was create a citrus hedgerow that was full of uniformly grown citrus that are producing as many types as I can cram in. We got 12 types just in this row in this beautiful arrangement. Now, how has that gone? It's been 2 years. Well, certainly, we are starting to see them get a lot closer to one another and get into the point where I'm going to how to prune and shape this hedge. Some of these larger trees down there, some of the younger trees, are still growing up. But I've eaten almost a fruit off every single one of these trees. In fact, just right here, this is my Bear's lime, which has been my most prolific grower, and these are some of the most delicious limes you will ever eat. So something I'd leave you with in the orchard section is you don't have to follow all the rules of traditional fruit tree care because your goals are different than that of a traditional fruit tree grower often when you're in a homestead or suburban environment. What I care about is I want a little bit of privacy on this north side of the property, but I also don't really care if I get hundreds of one particular fruit. I'd rather get a more reasonable amount of many different types of fruit, and I keep the trees smaller and actively prune them to make the shape and the output that I want. So the next part of the orchard is something that at least I didn't have a lot of hope I could grow in my area, which would be the stone fruit. So this is a peach tree. This is my most prolific stone fruit, and it's just in that teenager phase, I suppose, where it has mostly flowered for the year. You're starting to see green growth.